what is the bodhicitta, and it is real correct if we say bodhicitta or discorrect. I just offer you my opinion. And also bodhisattva. This bodhisattva, what is this? So first, I think let you know these vocabularies, and because in today my teachings I need to use once. I need to use often these vocabularies. So if you don't know these vocabularies, then it's pretty hard. So actually, I have no knowledge about the Sanskrit. The Sanskrit is one language of the ancient India. So Buddha Shakyamuni taught in this language. So this is the Sanskrit, and then today our teaching is loving kindness and compassion. Especially teaching on the loving kindness and loving kindness. That moment I need to use bodhicitta. So my personal think about this vocabulary, this pronounce is may not bodhicitta, but many people use that. Nobody judge about this vocabulary. Me too, I just chant the moment I say bodhicitta. So citta or buddhi is correct. Looks like a citta, bodhicitta. Perhaps just for the knowledge, okay. But let you check in the future. Perhaps you are correct. You means we are already correct with our pronunciation bodhicitta. But my thinking is looks like a bodhicitta. Citta means usually heart in Sanskrit, heart. So the buddhi, if we say bodhicitta, that means in order to loving kindness is the essence of the Buddha Dharma, essence of the Buddhism, the Buddha's teaching. So this loving kindness is since from now until become enlightened, until become Buddha, we need bodhicitta or bodhicitta in order to loving kindness. That's where if we call bodhicitta or bodhicitta, I think maybe difficult to fix that because many people are familiar with this. They always say bodhicitta. So I cannot say this is completely wrong, but the letter is looks like a CI. It looks like a try to say citta, C. So chi, maybe there's no chi, there's no ch, and there's no, I don't know, but the bodhicitta, this loving kindness is if Buddhism is like a house, then loving kindness is like a pillar. So that's where we need monks, nuns, ordinary, any practitioners without bodhicitta or bodhicitta or loving kindness, then it's this house is not like a certain, if a house has no pillar, then that house is may not certain. Like that. So in order to if I use may I use actually bodhicitta continues. So that moment let you know, he tried to say loving kindness. Okay, and then I talking I talk about the Bodhisattva. The Bodhisattva means the people who have bodhicitta or bodhicitta in the mind. So that person we called Bodhisattva. Make sense? People who have people whose mind have loving kindness, then that person is Bodhisattva. For example, people whose mind have knowledge, then we call that person educated, right? Same like that, who has the loving kindness in the mind, then we call that person is the Bodhisattva. And then Buddhi, I think Buddhi, if I explain about what is the meaning of the Buddhi, the Buddhi is in order to, in Tibetan we call it Changchup. So I explain through the Changchup. So Chang means purify. What we do purify? We want to purify obstacles. We want to purify sufferings. We want to purify bad emotions. We want to purify negative karmas. Right? This is what we call Chang. Chang. And then Chup. Chup means we have to something. What we need is good health, wealth. This is for these worldly activities. And then what we need is the compassion, loving kindness, in order to good karma, good results, all the good things. So those things that we have, that means chup. Chup means that we have something. Chang means we purify something. So that is called Changchup. So Buddhi means like that actually. Buddhi means that. Okay. So hopefully you understood about these two things. And then compassion and compassionate is pretty easy. Everybody use that. Nobody use in Sanskrit, I think, about the compassion. But today I want to make clearer between the compassion and the loving kindness. Everybody think compassion and the loving kindness is same. Who are the Bodhisattva? Those people are, we can say, compassionate. But who are the compassionate but not yet Bodhisattva? Right? So that's where we want to know these different things. If there are some different things, we need to know. We need to understand. If there is no different, then we don't want to understand this. We don't want to make it different, right? If we know some different things between those, then that has some benefits. Because if you are going to cook, how to recipe you understood, right? And then you can make a delicious food. Same like that. And if you understood how to practice, then that makes more help you to improve your result of the practice, right? So and then why I would like to prefer this teaching, because this loving kindness of bodhicitta, this is really we need in order to. Right now we know we need water, we know we need the food, we know we need the clothes, and we know we need some house or something like that. then we almost know we need the loving kindness. But most of the time we don't know we need loving kindness. I can say that because we are maybe 90% pay attention for worldly activities. So through this way, then sometimes it's pretty hard to remember the loving kindness and compassion. If we 90% pay attention for worldly activities, I cannot say that is completely wrong, usually, but through the Dharma teaching, then we pay attention towards the worldly activities 90%. Maybe still that makes causes of the samsara. Samsara means in order to cause of suffering, because we think we need lots of good things, right? For example, I think I need lots of good things. The moment I forget you, if I forget you, then one day you forget me. So, because my life is impermanent, change. If today I have food, I have water, tomorrow not sure. That's where it's interdependent, everything. So we need to help each others. That is in the daily practice or daily life. We need those things. And then if we have planned to be Buddha, Buddha means genuine happiness, completely happiness. So if we want to be that, then without bodhicitta, there's no way. If we have bodhicitta, and then there's some helpers of the bodhicitta, it's wisdom. The wisdom is like a sun. The sun removed all darkness, right? Last night there's completely dark, but today there's nothing, any darkness, because it's sun removed. Same like that, the wisdom is very powerful to remove the darkness of the darkness means this emotion, the bad emotions and bad karmas. And then bodhicitta, I give you one example again. If wisdom is like a sunlight, bodhicitta is the sun's warmth. Sun makes warm, right? And then sun makes light with us. So bodhicitta and wisdom is like this. So these two things who have? Only I have, so that's why I try to give you, or only Buddha have, that's why he tried to give us, or only one person have that, or where? These two things is in your mind. Your mind, okay? These two things is in your mind. That's why I say 90% we pay attention these worldly activities. That's why we don't know we have these two things. We are so gorgeous with the sunlight ray of the sun, and we are so gorgeous with the sun's warmth. But we are not surprised with our own mind have that such a speechless gorgeous. We have kind of these things. We are not surprised. We are not such a why? Because that means we don't know we have that two things. So we have to know these two things are with our mind, and then after, then we try to promote that. For example, if we need the sunshine, first what we need? If we need this sun, First, this earth need to move. Move means around, right? If this earth doesn't work or doesn't function, the sun is hot, sun is warmth, and the sun is the light, but we did not get. Same like that, the world of your mind. Your mind is like a world. If your mind doesn't work, then this wisdom and the loving kindness or bodhicitta, this doesn't work. Doesn't work with the mind. So that's where then this is talking about the karma. Karma means cause and effects. So you do something, then you get something, or something happened. Doing something, and then something happened. Nothing to doing, nothing to happen. So that's why this is talking about the karma, right? And then which way we want to activities those things. For example, today you come here from Prescott or Chino Valley or somewhere, come here. Bed, your car. Same like that, Dharma is your similar like your car to drive in the pure nirvana or the Buddha's stage. Dharma means like that. So that's where right now we have all those things. We have the bodhicitta, we have the wisdom, we have the dharma. These three things we have. These three principal things we have right now. You personally would like to follow the system of Buddhism or not. It doesn't matter. I think it doesn't matter. But who follow the system of the Buddhism, I really rejoice. That's wonderful, because you got such a wonderful religion. I can say religion. But I cannot say the Buddhism is the best of the religion in this world. That I cannot say. If I say that, just my own opinion. But if you do not follow the system of Buddhism, but you do good things, then you are the real Buddhist. So that's where Dharma is with you. Dharma is important for you, right? Dharma is with you, and Dharma is important with you. And then wisdom. Wisdom is again I little bit explain on the wisdom. The wisdom is the what is called. This is such a powerful antidote. The over emotion or this bad karma, they are also strong, powerful, because these are similar like an ace. It's very strong because it's the thousands of years, actually we call the since beginningless. But whether we can image beginningless or not, it doesn't matter. In order to, for example, over ignorance and angry emotion and jealous, these things are very, very strong, very powerful. That's why if we want to conquer this, then without wisdom, it's so difficult. That's where wisdom make conquer. In order to wisdom conquered about these negative emotions. If these negative emotions removed, later what is erased, what come? Then it's coming your real Buddha nature. Real Buddha nature. You already have a Buddha nature, but I already mentioned it. We want to work something with Buddha nature to blossom. Right? Okay, so this is the let us know we have a bodhicitta or bodhicitta, and we have the wisdom and the dharma. These two things we have, right? And then now I a little bit talking about the first I want to talk about the bodhicitta. So may I use again usually bodhicitta, okay? Because I use once or when it's so difficult to fix, but be honestly I think it's pronounced, it looks like a bodhicitta. So talking about the bodhicitta, then we all think it's so far something. These things are so far from us. We just think like that, but this is not so far. This is a very, very close things. We're talking about some dharma activities is similar. We want to pay attention outside, and we want to pay attention with different objects. But talking about the bodhicitta, that moment we don't want to look outside. We want to look inside. The inside, we have many different insights, but for example, right now I'm talking about the inside is in the daily life. Daily life, we can practice on the bodhicitta in the daily life. So in the daily life, how we can do practice is, for example, you can practice with your family. You can practice with your, for example, husband and wife, and you can practice with this your classmates. You can practice with your the what is called this the friends, and you can practice many ways, and then you can practice with this the kind of the wild animals, with the dogs. Dogs is actually not wild animals, but yeah, right, some dogs are wild animals, right? In order to, you can practice with the dogs, you can practice with the cats, birds, snakes, and sheep, horse. In order to, you can practice with these domestic animals. And also you can practice these wild animals, for example, tiger, and in order to, I mixed, right? I think snake is usually the wild animals, right? And then you can practice with the kind of elephants and so on. You can practice with everywhere on this bodhicitta, okay? So then I make clear the between the compassion and the bodhicitta. The bodhicitta is the you motivate like this. May all of mother sentient beings will be happy. This is the your bodhicitta. And may all of beings liberate from the suffering. This is the compassion. The compassion and the bodhicitta is different. It's there. How to attention is different, right? This is usually the definition of the bodhicitta and the loving compassion. But you can do with one person. You can do practice with one person. If you see one person, just you do like that. May this person will be happy. This is your bodhicitta. And then slowly you can do, may this person will become Buddha. Will become Buddha. That is the practice on the loving kindness. And then you think, oh, may this dog. Usually you think, may this dog will not hungry. May this dog will not get sick. You do wish, they are bodhicitta. And also you think, may this dog will become Buddha. That is your bodhicitta, right? So this is very simple. The simple means in order to, if we do that, it's easily we can do. But the problem is we don't do that. Maybe, oh, maybe it's time to feed my dog, then just feed that. Oh, it is today I have today is my kind of the vacation, so I want to take my dog and the dogs, what is it called, dog park. Just do this is in order to good, actually very good. But we are going to practice through the bodhicitta, then they have mutual benefit. Your own practice on the bodhicitta, so this is become the cause of your future Buddha by yourself. And through this way you can give more blessing to the dogs, right? So this is in the daily life. And when you going through some for example, like a Safeway and post office, or I know these names, so I use, and a supermarket or restaurant or wherever you go, in order to, we are the social life. So we see people, right? We see everywhere, we see the people. That moment you just give them, may this person will be happy, may this lady will be happy, thinking like that. Sometimes if you think it's really that is if you do, those people, all people running for the happiness, each and every steps for the running for the happiness, right? One step is for happiness. For example, for me, from my heart to here come maybe 3 minutes or 2 minutes. It's for the sake of happiness. You realize, oh, I'm coming here for teach, right? For teaching. That is just a simple reasons. It's just I follow with this some rule and regulations. But my main purpose is for what? For happiness. And you are also come here for happiness, right? So that's where taking example on ourselves and then look other people and other lives. They all for the sake of happiness. When I come on the way, there are lots of birds going through this way. Maybe you heard these sounds, right? Lots of birds. Why they are fly? For the happiness. If you have time to look on the ground, on your work, you see thousands of ants and different like bugs or something. They are for the happiness, right? So when you come here on the way, on the ground, they have lots of cows. They are 24 hours like they 18 something for what? For happiness, really. So if they do not happy, then there's no reason that need to eat like that. Whether who did good, right things for happiness, who did wrong things for happiness. Right? So we check about this. Every living being so for happiness. So if every living beings need happiness, then from on side, I help them. They are running for the happiness. That's where same as me. That's where I do help. If they help me, how? I don't know. You have ever some difficult situations. If you have some difficult situations, that moment someone help you, then really you a little bit understood the value of the help. Sometimes we have some challenge in our life, then we can learn from there. So in this life, the different situations, someone looks like a very fancy, have a lot of things, but they have a lot of things. It's very good. We do rejoice. It's a good karma for them, and through this way, we have to give bodhicitta to them, because they use the good karma for currently, and then this good karma finished, then they are ready to get a different sufferings. That's where, because if they did not improve the good karmas, good things, that's where we give them loving kindness. So in order to, in this both the world lives and domestic lives, all lives need happiness, no need suffering. If they no need suffering, then we do liberate them from suffering. We do liberate from them suffering means we cannot do completely liberate. We cannot make completely liberate. But we can make a lot of help. For example, one baby cry, we can make stop that. We give some candy or some what is called the little bit some they have some chores, right? Little bit some, in order to, we say, you don't cry, your mommy is coming, your mom is calm, your father is calm, and showing different things, show different movies and cartoons or something. So momently we can stop them. They are happy. But we cannot stop completely this cry, which means maybe the next day again, afternoon or a few hours later, they cry again. It's possible. That's where we cannot make completely liberate from the suffering. But how much we do. I cannot liberate completely that person from the suffering. That's where I don't want to do. If you say like that, then who? You think like that, and your friend think like that, and your friends think. Then we all thinking about that. I can't do, because I cannot do completely. Thinking like that. So this is where, in order to bodhicitta is so related with your help physically, help to others, through your speech, help others, through your mind, help others. Your mind help others is very important. Usually we think, if we did not help others physically or something, then how they get benefit, thinking like that. Maybe many people think like that, but it's from your mind have a bodhicitta, then your mind is like a king. So your mind is like a king, and then your body and speech is like a ministers. If you have no motivation to help others, then you're physically completely okay to help others, by your speech okay to help others. If your motivation is not okay, then you can't help others. You cannot. I'll give you one example. If you are first come to some airport, in the airport, someone sit on the chair, right? And there's a new person coming, passenger, right? Passenger come. Where is the terminal 4, for example, or terminal 3 or 5? Where is it? That person asks. You have completely freedom that moment. You are not busy, just sit on the chair. If you just say, oh, this is you go this next door and that way, you are so easy to help that person. But from your motivation, don't like to help. I don't know. I don't know. Then this person is a newcomer on that airport. Then he don't know where is. Then he is so much what is it called, hurry or busy or something, rush, because he think he get late or something, is nervous, something like that. But from your motivation has no, in order to know bodhicitta, then you don't like to help. I don't know. Or may you not answer, nothing. Where is the terminal 4? Nothing to say. Right? So that's through this is motivation. But someone they carry the bag and carry the babies maybe, and they are also so runny. It's so runny because they are need to ready to fly somewhere. But someone come, they ask where is the terminal 4, but they are physically busy, physically take a lot of things, carry a lot of things, like a bag, right, luggage and something, so difficult. But their motivation has bodhicitta. They have what is it? They would like to help. That's why this passenger ask where is terminal 4. They say you go there, or then where is this something confused. Then they take with you, and until they reach your neighbor at the door, and after then they run fast for themselves. So through this way we figure out really your motivation has bodhicitta. Then body and speech is like a ministers. Make sense? So how important? If you are newcomer somewhere, if someone help you, then how much is have a benefit for you, right? How much benefit for you? You learning from there, and if I help to someone, it's definitely same feeling. Because people happy, they show smile. They are unhappy, they cry. So which means we all have these two actions. So that's where these actions what tell us, because we are same. Really we are same. The little different is different intestines. For example, someone have interest in use the drum, someone have interest in with this different symbols, but both have love to do something. That's where learning from the through these situations, and then help others. So that's where, if, for example, you have motivated to help others today, but today you did not get chance to help, and tomorrow you have that motivation, tomorrow you did not get this chance, day after tomorrow you have this motivation, but still you did not get chance to real help others. It doesn't matter. Okay, if you have this motivation, that is the principle of your Dharma practice. So this way, in order to we are practice on the bodhicitta, we need to come in some feeling with ourselves. Oh, bodhicitta is really need. The bodhicitta is really need. Definitely need. 100% need. Kind of this feeling need to come up with your mind, and then that makes change by yourself. And change yourself after what happened, then you can change slowly the words. Before you change your words, your word is your mind, right? So your mind is changing into the bodhicitta and the compassion, and that next there's special things. If you have bodhicitta in your mind, really, this is really smart. If you in your mind have bodhicitta, then next you have some education. Suddenly, what do you think? Oh, for others. You are so easily can think about that. Oh, I'm going to learn one word. I'm going to one word. Good morning. Right? You think that. For what? For others. That is true. If you're learning good morning, then this is for others. And the practice on the bodhicitta later actually coming on these benefits. The practice on the bodhicitta, all the results are, it looks like a little bit funny, but it is nature. All benefit come to you. You help. You practice through the bodhicitta in order to these actions and some, those, in order to all of these actions are for others. But all the results come to you. All the results come with you. So that's where this is the quality of one of the bodhicitta. The bodhicitta has these qualities. Right? So then this benefit is not for only this moment, not only for this life. This benefit is for the life to life. If you don't believe the next life or something, but for only this life also, they make much relax your body, your channels, and makes a lot of. That is where yourself you check it, then makes sense. If you whole day, morning to evening, you be anger. If you have time to do that opportunity like this, whole day you'll be anger, right? That next whole day you do practice on the bodhicitta. Then which things make more relax your body, more peace your body? Then you figure that out, right? And then through the practice on the bodhicitta, that makes peace in your mind and your life, and then it makes the peace of the world. So this world is our circumstance. For example, right now this temple is our circumstance, our environment. In this temple is quiet, temperature is exactly. Then we all have no horrible, right? This is more relaxed and peace. If right now I'm not a headache, I'm not ache my stomach, not pain any my part of the body. But somebody in front of me, make a too much noisy or something, they make a too much destroy, then that affect my mind. Same like that, if this world happened something, it's affect with us. That's where we want to take responsibility. We're talking about the peace of the world. We all have responsibility, but start from own self. First, we want to be Bodhisattva. Everybody knows, right? Bodhisattva. First, we be Bodhisattva. After then, we want to help others. But first, we will be Bodhisattva means until you become completely Bodhisattva, you did not act anything. Then usually, perhaps you need to take the time to be Bodhisattva 100 years. After you become Bodhisattva, then where you do help like this, right? That's where each and every steps you have to help. That's what we call the put into the action. So, recently I learned a new like this. Actions speak is louder than words. Yeah, that means sometimes we do act. We motivate the bodhicitta, at the same time we do act. Then that makes change a lot, right? That makes change a lot. So we always need to know, to be the peace of the world, it is my responsibility. You have this motivation, for example. You have this motivation to make peace of the world, but you can make peace of your family. That's good job. If you can make peace of your family, but your motivation is for make peace of the world, that is great. So you make peace of the world means you have to come in step by step, not one day, not one time. So you need to take some time because it's interdependent. So that's for that reason that in this world they have a lot of different religion, right? So bodhicitta is like that, and later I want to teach on the benefit of bodhicitta and then repeat again something. And now I want to talk a little bit on the loving kindness. Compassion. The compassion is when you practice on the compassion, you motivate like that. May people who or living beings who are living beings who are suffer, may they well liberate from this suffering. This is your compassion. So the compassion and the loving kindness, we're talking about that, it's related with your mentalities. So if you have the knowledge about the psychology, then it makes a help to you. Because we're talking about the mind and the mentalities, usually what we think, it's only one thing, all mind and the mentalities. Your mentalities are plural, mind is singular. So we really carefully thinking about that. What do we have to see? For example, on the daytime we look at the sky, we nothing to see anything. We see only sun. We see the sun and some clouds, and then the blue sky. That's all right. Maybe sometimes the birds fly, those are airplanes or something. But we're thinking about the very details with our mind. Then it's similar. You look at the sky in the night. In the night, you look at the sky, you see countless of stars. Same like that. Your mentalities are similar like that. So looks like compassion comes from the mind. Loving kindness comes from mind. Although this body is also, perhaps you think this body is the mind. No, so there's no difference. Maybe you think like that, but there's a big difference. Big difference, okay? So your compassion is, when you practice on the compassion, that moment, your object is some little bit like a serious. Because you give this compassion to others, that moment you need some reason. What do you need reason? Because you have to see someone suffering. Then that next you have to come motivate. That next you have come this motivation of compassion. Because you would like to separate from that life from the suffering. For example, if you use this bell, if you move this, then sound is come. That's where your expectation is for the sound. That's where you move, right? Same like that. When you practice to the with the compassion, you have to see someone suffering, or someone have obstacles, or someone have problems, and then you, for example, someone adopt dog, right? Dog. The adopt dog, someone buy dog, someone adopt dog. So this has different motivations. Someone adopt dog, that means this dog is almost become a wild animal. So nobody take care, no food, no shelter. The sun is strong, they have no shelter, and they are hungry, no food. That's where then you adopt that dog and you keep it, right? That is compassion, because you would like to separate these dogs from his suffering, he or her suffering. But when you buy a dog, it's not, we're not sure 100%, we cannot say in the majorities, but in the minorities, you think, oh, this dog is so pretty, right? And so I would have this. You have love with that dog. That's why you buy that. But you just keep there, they have just left there, still they have food, still they have shelter, right? But you buy that because you love that dog. So it's different. You're thinking by yourself is different. And also, this different is not from the different people has different mind. Not only that, one person has two different motivations, right? So that's where in order to, sometimes you a little bit pay attention towards bodhicitta and compassion details, and then which just when you practice on there, you practice on compassion or you practice on loving kindness. If you know that, it's important. Because this during your practice, which one you need to improve, you understand. Oh, right now I for example, in my life, on majority times I practice on the bodhicitta. I practiced on the bodhicitta. So now I'm going to practice the compassion, right? So then you keep going on the compassion, and you think, oh, till now my activities are comes from my compassion. Looks like a sounds like I don't have more bodhicitta, so I want to improve my bodhicitta. If you think like that, then that makes help you to improve your bodhicitta. Okay, so this is a very easy practice, and we have lots of opportunity. When you practice on the bodhicitta and you are practice the loving kindness, who has more opportunity? You have more opportunity to practice bodhicitta. For example, right now I just look towards you and I try to practice on the compassion. I go through different way, or we are equal. That's where you need happiness. You are still in the samsara. So same like me, I'm in the samsara. So that's where may you liberate from your some bad emotions, bad karmas. That is I can practice with my compassion, own compassion, right? But you know, you have no problem. Seriously, right now, currently, you have no problems. When you are thirsty, you have water, and you have a little bit of hot or something temperatures. You have a fence, and you cannot see letters. Then we have a light, and you have lots of opportunity. And then your face is full of smiles, and then it's. Still maybe I don't want to do the particularly may these people liberate from suffering. I don't want to motivate like that, right? Looks like if I do, I can do, but I can do means we have to do, but right now your face are full of smiles, and then it looks like a very good health and good wealth. And very good opportunity you have that, but still from here I look at towards you, I can practice on the bodhicitta. May they will be happy. Right now they are happy continuously. May they will be happy continuous, or more and more happy. That is bodhicitta. So bodhicitta has many opportunity. Right? And from you towards me also, the can give the bodhicitta. May he will be happy. May he will be the happy in continuously. So you can do that. So we are here only in this temple. We have this opportunity. Of course, then you go outside, you go to the town, you go somewhere. So you have many opportunity if you do that. Then what happened is, if you are doing the practice on the loving kindness, then one day your mind is become loving kindness. That moment you don't want to do efforts on there. You don't want to particularly fix your mind. Your mind is become like that, right? Right now your mind is like a seed of flowers. So this seed is the bodhicitta, the seed of bodhicitta. And then you do training once often, you training on there again and again. One time what happened is, your mind is become bodhicitta, loving kindness. Same like some gardeners, first they do water, seed the plants, and do. Then one day it's blossom, flowers. It makes a beautiful. Same like that, you training on the bodhicitta again and again. You give with one person, you give with your partner, you give bodhicitta with your colleagues, you give your bodhicitta to your roommate, you give to each and everywhere. So then slowly what happened is, it's improve, progressive to your bodhicitta from your mind. One day then you completely become bodhicitta, your mind is become bodhicitta, and then you become bodhisattva. Same like that in the compassion. You again and again practice on the compassion. May those living beings, they are suffering by the different things. Someone have food but no water. Someone have water, no food. And someone have water, food, no clothes. Someone have clothes, food, and water, but they have no education. Someone have those things, but they have no like a freedom. If someone have a freedom and lots of good things, but they have no opportunity to practice some on the compassion, so through this way we can give lots of the loving kindness and compassion. So everybody knows the between the loving kindness and compassion, right? And then we the compassion and loving kindness, these are all of living beings have that. So particularly to promote loving kindness and compassion, this responsibility is on our shoulder. Our human beings have these responsibilities. We says we are intelligent than wild animals or animals. We think we have more wisdom. We have wisdom more than the cows, right? We think we have lots of intelligence more than the rabbits. Then maybe we say, oh yes, maybe we have more wisdom, more intelligence than some animals. But we want to check our intelligence is what? Our intelligence is how to destroy the world, how to kill other people. All right. If we think we have this intelligence, then if we think our intelligence is just like this, then we are shy in front of Buddha or in front of God. Really, because the cows, they give birth the baby. The mother of a cow, how take care with the baby of cows? Everybody maybe see that. I saw many times. They give the birth after the babies just stand up and fall down and stand up and down, but still they the mothers lick, right? Lick. So give milk. So they have account with this. Then our intelligence or wisdom is for only how to destroy others and how to kill others, how to keep only selfish activities. Then this is it's really shameful. So we have to know these things, and then we want to improve our compassion and loving kindness. And then we have compassion and loving kindness. That makes more benefit in this world. Even though we can make peace in the family. If one family have 3 people, if these 3 people are compassionate and like a bodhisattvas, then these families has more money or less money, more food or less food. It doesn't matter. This family is always happy. If then some guests come there, they are happy, right? In a family, have 3 people. 2 people is very good, but one person is a little bit compassionless and something. Then that makes lots of unhappy. Of course, these two of these people, but some guests coming, right? It's then so difficult. Then they cannot, be enjoy. So, if you have compassion, loving kindness, if you have no partner, but only yourself, it's like you can stay happily, right? So, in currently have benefit by the practice of the bodhicitta and compassion. And later, actually, we are going to a little bit practice on the meditate on the compassion and loving kindness, because this is depend with the mind. Or I mentioned it. We want to train in the mind. The normal educations are also depend with the mind, right? Of course, this compassion and loving kindness, this is related with the mind. But before then, I little bit teach you the benefit of the loving kindness from the Dharma teaching. They say that if you have bodhicitta, and then your mind is become wide, right? If your mind is become wide, means then you become open-minded. So here, the example is like a sky. The sky is such a wide, because there can exist thousands of the stars and the moon and sun. There's no thousands of sun, thousands of moon, but thousands of stars, and then sun and moon, and then all the planets. So similar. So you become a bodhisattva, and then your mind is become wide, and then it's open-minded. And then they say, if your mind is bodhicitta, then you are the similar the moon into the stars. The stars are beautiful, right? Stars are beautiful, but inside of these stars have a moon. Then moon is much beautiful. Same like that, if you have the bodhicitta, then you are similar the moon in the stars. In the stars or among the stars? Among the stars, right? So which means you have a bodhicitta, then you are perfect or you are the wonderful among all the people. For example, here in our group, if one person have bodhicitta, then this person is such a gorgeous. All of these people are bodhisattvas. Then there are more the wonderful people. And then they say, if you have loving kindness, then you have no motivation to harm others. It is true. If your mind is bodhicitta or loving kindness, then your mind has no the motivation of the harm others. It's true, right? How? If your mind is bodhicitta, the bodhicitta means may all mother sentient beings will be happy. Thinking like that, through this way, how can you make unhappy others, right? So that's where the bodhicitta means for welfare all mother sentient beings. That's where you have to keep that in your mind. So bodhicitta is your favorite things. And then there's a, if you are a scholar, among the scholars, one person is bodhisattva, then that person is more glorious, more gorgeous. Because everybody have education, but without the bodhicitta, without the loving kindness, then we're not sure this education is used for what. So if everybody have the power, then without bodhicitta, without loving kindness, we're not sure use for what this power, right? That's where they say in scholars, among the scholars, if you have bodhicitta, you are the more smart. And also they say among the foolish means uneducated. Usually foolish means not uneducated, but in order to among the uneducated who have bodhicitta, then you are such a beautiful. So whether you have knowledge or not, you have power or not, then you have to the bodhicitta, right? And you are not scholar, not you are uneducated, you are kind of the middle of there, still you have bodhicitta, then you are such a beautiful. So here say like that. And then wherever you go, whatever you do, you never reject your bodhicitta. If you reject the bodhicitta, then you have no chance to become Buddha. So right now we have planned to become Buddha. If you rejected the bodhicitta, then you have no chance to become Buddha. And if you have no bodhicitta in this life, if you need some friends, you cannot find friends. Friends cannot trust with you. Say that. And also, if you need how to say, if people need to love with you, you need bodhicitta. So here say, if you have bodhicitta in your mind, then people love you, right? So if you want to make love the people with you, first from your side, development your loving kindness. That is true, right? Really true. Usually we try to make love the people, then we change the clothes or something, then we make it something, but that is real. If people need to trust with you, you need the bodhicitta in your mind. In your mind have that, then the people learn from you, and then people trust with you. People trust with you, then you easily get friends. So that's why you say that. Here it says, if all living beings, here say Buddha cannot make all the living beings love to him. Buddha cannot make like that. That is true, right? In this world we have 7 billion of people. Among them how many religious first? Among them how many Buddhist? So Buddha cannot make to love all living beings. Also, same like we say, someone says that all these living beings are created by God, but then, but people, all the people cannot make love with God. Cannot make faith in love, God. So, but here says, if you have bodhicitta in your mind, if you cannot make love everybody to you, but majority is love with you, that is true. For example, Buddha is a single, one person, but in this world, how many people love him? How many people love his teaching? right? Same like God. And the who have bodhicitta, then they have a special power. So if you need to love bad people, first you have to improve your bodhicitta. That is always think in the morning before before wash the hair, before wash the face, before change the clothes. First you a little bit improve your bodhicitta. Then people love you. Then next make clean and something, change the clothes, do something. Then you have more kind of the facilities. Then people exist with you, right? So that's where the bodhicitta is. If you have those bodhicitta, and then people love you. Then wherever you go, you have friends. If you have bodhicitta in your mind, wherever you go, you have friends. Right? So, and that's why here say like that. In the physically, you have completely have beauty, smart, and everything's in the physically. But if you don't have bodhicitta, then they say if you're physically, it's tall is enough, right? And color is okay, and shape and everything's wonderful. But if you have no eyes, then really here in this teaching said that you have everything except your eyes. Without eyes, then that's all. So you have everything, and then you have eyes. Then you are such a smart. You are such a beautiful. So same like that. You physically have everything, and then you have the bodhicitta. Then you are become gorgeous. So bodhicitta is important, right? And so if you the bodhicitta has good qualities. They say here says is if physically you are ugly. So you are such ugly physically. Really. But bodhicitta never discriminates. Bodhicitta sit in your mind, your body. So physically no problem, right? So bodhicitta has good qualities. Otherwise we can say, oh, you are not that much smart, you are not that much beauty, so I cannot stay with you, I'm sorry. People say maybe, right? Maybe stay for a few years, or maybe, oh, I cannot stay, you have to something. People say that, but bodhicitta never say that. Never judgy. Never judgy, but one time judgy. When this bodhicitta say, if you have jealous in your mind, bodhicitta say, I cannot stay with your mind because your mind is full of jealous. If your mind have angry emotion, then bodhicitta say, I have no space to stay in your mind because your mind is already full with angry emotion. If in this cup is full of the water, then there's no way to pull the tea, right? Same like that, if your mind is full of the angry emotion, then bodhicitta has no space to stay there. They are opposite. If last night this world I cannot say that. The last night is become completely darkness, right? Darkness. But the sun is come, then darkness need to go. Because they are opposite. Same like that, the jealous, envy, angry emotion, self-grasping, those things are opposite of the bodhicitta. So in your mind, you don't want to particularly purify some angry emotions and those things. You just raising up the bodhicitta. Every morning you wake up, at the same time you think, may all sentient beings will be happy. May my husband will be happy in today. May my wife will be happy in today. Really? May my dog will be happy today. You learning, may my classmate will be happy. You learning from the small things, and then through this way you can improve a lot. If you have bodhicitta, you do not have some another qualities. I mean, already we're talking about the ugly with the physical. If you are uneducated, you are poor, doesn't matter. Or you have a different some mistake. You did a lot of one. You did often mistakes, some small mistakes. But you have the bodhicitta, then these mistakes are disappear. Maybe you heard that story. Maybe you heard it, but I try to translate it in English. Okay, in English, there is one lady, and she has a husband, and she has one friend. There's 3 people, and then these 3 people, then this she lives with her husband, and then one day her friend asked to her, how about your husband? He asked to her. Then she talks a little bit. Oh, my husband have some not good. Made many mistakes, something like that. And then how about that? He asked. Oh, I cannot say that. It's not enough time to talk about his mistakes. His mistakes are like a stars in the night. That's why I cannot tell each and everything. She told to him like that. And then he asked, oh, okay. And is he any some qualities? Then she said, oh yes, just few. As a son, there's only one son, right? Then he has only one good quality. Then he asked to her again, if your husband has kind of this so many mistakes, then why you still stay with him? Why don't want to you separate? Why you don't do separate with him? Then she told to him, the sun is shine, all the stars disappear. Same like this, one quality makes all the mistakes disappear. So she said that similar, if we have bodhicitta in the mind, and then we have some kind of the little bit wrong actions, some pieces, part of the mistakes, they are disappear from your in front of your partner's mind. Make sense? So that's where this the bodhicitta is really the important in your mind. So your friend first check like that. Oh, he or she has not no more money, right? No more money. So does that matter? Or he or she has no education, or maybe she or her he has no house, no car. Doesn't matter. But he or she mind is such a gorgeous. They think like that. Then through this way, not always he or she, right? With friends, with colleagues, with the roommates, with the lots of the classmates. So everything is depend with the mind. From your mind have the kind of bodhicitta, loving kindness. Then everybody close with you. So this is that you keep in the mind. Okay, and then if you have bodhicitta, then you have courage. It is true. Is it true, right? If you have bodhicitta in your mind, what do you think? First, you think, may all of mother thinking beings will be happy. Then next, come in compassion. If they want to will be happy, then they no need suffering. So then you motivate like that. May I make purify those sufferings. So you automatically take responsibility. You take a big responsibility with your mind. If you take big responsibility with your mind, then this motivation is come from your bodhicitta. Oh, I want to take purify all these sufferings of the living beings. So that's where through this way, what you think is give courage with you. Because you think that moment, then you have some courage. If you do not have courage, then you may not think like that, right? If you have no courage to do something, may you not do that. If someone say, may you come on the stage to give some speech. If you have no courage, then difficult to go up on the stage, right? Similar like that. And also sometimes you are the upside due to the different situations, then you practice on the bodhicitta. This is more related with your friend. If you are separate from your friend to some reasons, then next you always need to give loving kindness to your friends. First you make friends, right? Then some reasons is separate. After separate, what you have to think? Or may he or she will be happy. Why first become friends? For the sake of happiness. Why that next separate? Because of for the sake of happiness. He or she try to get more happiness. That's where it's separate. So you don't keep resentment in the mind. Give loving kindness. Really. So give loving kindness. It's very suitable. This teaching is very, I think, suitable, and it's really we need in order to. Today, this morning breakfast or this morning this teaching is both is important in order to. This morning taking breakfast, right? Breakfast is important because we need food for our body. But also, we need to act something. We need to eat food for what? For sleeping? No, right? Taking breakfast, the very heavy breakfast, then go to the bed or start to work or going somewhere. We are going to somewhere to work or something. So, during the action, if we have bodhicitta, if we have means, we need bodhicitta. If your mind have the bodhicitta, then your actions are follow with your mind. Really. Your mind has no bodhicitta, then, so that's where this bodhicitta is necessary when you are upside. For example, I don't want to be upside because I lost my job. I separated with my friends. I happened to something like that. But still I have mind. I have bodhicitta. So I want to use this for welfare of mother thinking beings. You think like that and you motivate that, and then you do meditate on there. You don't need to particularly go in the each and every doors. You don't want to knock the doors. Hi, do I need help? You anything? You don't want to say like that, right? You just sit, do meditate. May all mother thinking beings will be happy. You thinking that moment, then your worry, tensions, sadness feelings, they say, oh, I don't want to come in your mind, because in your mind has no space. Your mind is full of the joy, full of the loving kindness. So same thing. Then they have no space to stay in your mind because of your bodhicitta, right? So, and then you are fear, sometimes scared. You have bodhicitta. Usually people more scared is many of my gurus told me it comes from the grasping. Always they have a kind of a tension, emotion. I will happen to something. They always like that. Then kind of this sound is coming, then shake like this. They coming like that a little bit. Maybe open the door suddenly, then they are almost jumping, you know. So this is come from very less bodhicitta. So if you have bodhicitta, you automatically relax. They say that. Also, my gurus told me, if you are first, a feature I think is important for you all. When you go into the stage to teach the large number of people, there are lots of like what is called cheap guest or some, you know, have a lot of thousands of people crowd, for example. In front of there, if you want to teach to them, you want to give like a public talk and give speech or something, you nervous, scared, anxious. Why? Because of grasping. Maybe I made some mistake. May I something? You think in your actions. You think how I want to act. You know, you think too much towards you. Then it's anxious. But you just come up. Oh, they are my brothers and sisters. May they will be happy from my speak, from my teaching, from my action. Through this way, you teach all this the fear or scared or anxious disappear. Then next, you try to search them to find wherever in the four directions. If you go, or you spend someone to find them, where is my anxious, where is my fear, scared, you cannot find them. They are disappear. Make sense? So this is my gurus told me. So this is really important feature. You do the something bodhicitta in the, wherever. So suddenly I cannot say it's changed because we need to be familiar with that. Easily not, because we keep many times anxious and nervous, something like that. So this is first come easily. But then we training with the bodhicitta, and then they slowly those powers are reduced. Okay. And then sometimes they come in different sufferings, because our life has a lot of different sufferings. Really, that's where we call the samsara. Samsara is the Sanskrit. This is real translated in English is a cycling existence. Cycling existence means there's many cycling, many way of cyclings, but right now, for example, morning to afternoon, we called that in order to morning we take breakfast, then take lunch, then take dinner, go to sleep. In the middle of night, maybe got some dreams, And next morning, wake up and take breakfast, and then lunch, then dinner. It is true, right? This is true. We do like that. Through this, what happened? It's a different case. Sometimes for the when you are working somewhere due to some your friends or workers, sometimes your boss, sometimes your own mistakes. They have many problems, and they have different problems. Everybody knows that. So that moment or so, you don't keep these suffering things in your mind. And Shintadeva said that if you can solve your problems, let you do it. Let you do it what? You have to solve the problems, right? If you cannot solve the problems, don't use your worried. Your worry doesn't work. So from my mouth, it's so easy to tell you, don't keep your worry. It's real come on my shoulder, on my mind. Not easy. I have had like that. It's not easy. Really coming some challenge in the mind, so difficult. But the practice on the bodhicitta, try to sit on the cushion and and meditate. Just may all will mother thinking beings will be happy. Just thinking on there. That moment is like a close the door of the tensions or worry. At least it's like a become medicine. 1 hour or half hour or 10 minutes or 5 minutes definitely help it. Because I already said that our mind mentalities has different things. For example, they in the sky have many stars. You see many stars. Actually, it's I'm not sure it's how suitable this example. If you don't like to see some stars, then you cover your body with something, that area of the star, and you pay attention to another star, right? So same like that. If you pay attention to your mind on the bodhicitta, and then these tensions or worry or something, they have no way to come in your mind. In the 1 year, we have 360 days, right? 65 days or 60 days? 65 days, right? And in a one year, have 12 months. In a 1 month, have 4 weeks. In 4 weeks, I have one, for example, one Sunday. And one day I have 12 o'clock. In the 12 clock, you separate the 1 hours. 1 hour separated with the minutes. 60 minutes, right? If you can practice on the bodhicitta only for 1 minute, 60 minutes, this is 1 hours. In the 1 day, you practice the bodhicitta practice on the bodhicitta for 1 hour. This is for the benefit of your life, the rest of your life. Really, if you do not thinking about next life or something. So each and every second depend with your life. Your each and every seconds are depend with your life. So 1 second you would be anger, 1 second you would be upset, 1 second you would be nervous or anxious, another second you be some jealous, and then prayed for 5 seconds. You did that, they reduced your life in order to. Because the mind affects your body. Then your body has the power is loose, and then you have no chance to, in order to, if you have to exist in this world 100 years, among them 5 seconds reduced by the anger emotion and those bad emotions. But you do the bodhicitta, we can say it's charge. The charge means if you have the limit of your life is 100 years, but if bodhicitta cannot make you exist here 100 years and 5 seconds, if bodhicitta cannot make like that, but bodhicitta what do is control the 5 minutes emotions for 5 seconds. When you practice on the 5 seconds on the bodhicitta, it's control your anger and the the grasping and the worry and tension. Those things they conquer in order to close. The bodhicitta did not give chance to come them in your mind. That's where the charge of your life means like that, right? Charge of your life means they don't want to put extra something. They protect your life. They protect your life. That means then we call that this charge of your life, right? And then that next what we are sometimes you but honestly here say when you lose the other people and other lives, you have to practice on the bodhicitta. Here said that, but honestly without bodhicitta or compassion we have no some motivation to help others, right? Really? Random people help to other people, they have compassion. Dogs help to people, they have compassion. I already take example with a cow and a baby of cows, right? Without these things, you really don't have. If you scientifically or if you have a knowledge of psychology, you check about that. You analyze on that. If you have no compassion, you have no these loving kindness, you have where comes from the motivation to help others? You check with that. That's why you have this bodhicitta. At least you have bodhicitta, or at least last example. Last means very low example, lowest example. If I am zero the bodhicitta, loving kindness, but when I talking about the bodhicitta, if I did not talk, others are important, there's no way to explain about the bodhicitta. That is the quality of bodhicitta. Did you get that? If we talking about the bodhicitta, it's automatically come others. But we talking pick up others is not just others, it's the benefit of others. It's come. So that's with only talking about the bodhicitta, then we need to talk the benefit of others. Then really we practice on the bodhicitta how much benefit it has for others. So you check by yourself very detailedly, carefully think by yourself, and bodhicitta is how valuable, how it's a wonderful practice. You thinking about that, and then you coming feeling. The coming feeling, kind of these feelings. Otherwise, we not special feelings, comfort. If coming some special feelings, no need it usually, right? Then we no need some strange feelings in the whole days. We need feelings on the bodhicitta, such a gentle and such as soft and powerful, something like that. On this, you have the fundamental the feeling of bodhicitta, and then you experience some different things. Everything's are wonderful, because you are always thinking for other mothers and beings. for example, in Buddhism, we're talking about the mother sentient beings. These words is come from bodhicitta. If you have no bodhicitta, this word is I think it cannot come. Mother sentient beings. Suddenly, what do you think? How become mother sentient beings? I have only one mother, then how can become all mother sentient beings? It's just such a strong superstition. It's like a daydream. How can be? People think like that. Mother means, for example, baby of cows, their mother give birth after they lick, and then give milk and unconditionally take care, right? So this is the power of the compassion, because she has this motivation, right? And then we all human beings, if we have this, the compassion and then loving kindness, first, all mother sentient beings will be happy. So why we call this mother? Because the baby of cows, the mother cows, they take care of babies. Same like that. Living beings makes lots of benefit on you. Right now I'm talking about the loving kindness, bodhicitta, mother sentient beings. I talk about that, but finally get benefit on myself. Because Buddha talks about the mother sentient beings, through this way, then finally he become Buddha. Right? He is first like a prince. But he talking about the mother sentient beings and practice for the sake of mother sentient beings. The mother sentient beings get benefit, and then finally he become Buddha, right? So then mother means they help us, give benefit us. Through this way we can say mother. So same like right now we thinking all mother sentient beings. Without mother sentient beings, we have no chance to become Buddha in order to. So through the mother sentient beings, mother means they did great things with us. That's why we call mother. Then we always practice compassion with them. We practice bodhicitta with them. We practice the patient tolerance with them. So through this way, then we get the benefit. So we call the mother sentient beings. This is the one way. The another way is we can say we have many mother sentient beings, because you have a mother and your mother has mother. You have a grandmom, right? And she has a mother. She has a mother. They are not just come from the sky, not just grow up with some trees on the ground, right? So you are come from your mother. I am come from my mother, and my mother is come from my grandmother. So then my grandmother is my mother. Without my grandmother, I am not here. Then my grandmother, they are related with me. I am related with them. So that's where we're talking about the grand or mother sentient beings. Okay. Now, and then if you are Buddhist, then you have bodhicitta or loving kindness. They say you are the Buddha's heart son. Buddha's heart son is if you are kind of the angry person, and when you are, in order to you are anger, that moment you are not Buddha's heart son. You are the heart son of self-grasping or ignorance. Your friend is ignorance. You are the heart son of the grasping. Grasping is our grasping misleaded. you be selfish. The grasping say that you be selfish. You are the only important by yourself. Okay, your friend is not important for you. Okay. Oh, there's only one cup of tea. Let you drink. Okay, you don't share with your friend. Okay, something like that. The grasping say that. Oh, don't care. Doesn't matter. They are thirsty or they are hungry or they are in the too much some happened. If you are okay, then okay. Grasping say that. Then the next, oh, this is your enemy. Okay, you be angry. You kill him. Okay, her. Okay, something like that. The grasping say that. The Bodhicitta say that your angry emotion is your enemy because it make heart attack with you. The angry, you know, we're talking about the heart. Heart has many channels gathering, and then many blood function with the heart. Then heart's responsibility is expand the very good blood towards our body. So how to do that? And then sometimes the heart makes the fundamental of the overall soul. S-O-U-L, soul. That's where heart is important. Then my heart son, talking about that, is you are such a important for me. You are such a important in this world. Kind of this. So if you have bodhicitta in your mind, then you are the Buddha's heart son. So you are the very important to the Buddha. Why you are the important to the Buddha? Because Buddha need to you become completely separate from suffering, and you want to be Buddha. So that's where then, in order to Buddhas feel makes happy by your bodhicitta. So you need that, right? And then you have bodhicitta in your mind, then your eyes is become different. Here say that, right? The eyes become friend is actually eyes for the look others, right? But when you have bodhicitta in your mind, your eyes, you carefully. I heard some scientists actually scientist or somewhere I heard. Anyway, you have bodhicitta, then your eyes has become different. Your eyes has become different means when you look for others, it can make happy others' mind, right? You don't want to make scared others, you know. So it's really depend. The physically actions change by the mind. That is true. I think it's definitely true, because in the Buddhism, we're talking about the rainbow body, because this is the. If you want to achieve the rainbow body, it's really depend. The mind affects your body. Otherwise, there's no chance to become rainbow body. Right? Rainbow body. It's such a great practitioners have had that. So this is the mind affect the body, because you practice on the joys and then emptiness and some very deep practice on the bodhicitta and the loving kindness and the compassion. Through this way, you achieve the rainbow body. If you achieve the rainbow body, then you don't want to go to the suffering realms, right? So that's where this is a really important, and the benefit is when you give speech, when you look to others, and you do different actions, everything's for the benefit of others. If you have bodhicitta in your mind, this is not just say from my mouth. Okay, I repeat in order to from the teachings. So they are not just make some beautiful like a poem or something. They really have had experience, and through this way they teach us. So right now we have this golden opportunity to practice on there. So by myself, I'm so happy. By myself, whether I can really help you or not, but I have opportunity to share these things with you, and then hope for future you development these activities, right? And then let you become Bodhisattva. That is my request to you. And then we talking about this system of the Buddhism, Tibetan Buddhism. We call the Mahayana. Mahayana means these the great practitioners. In order to the Mahayana is the great Buddhism. Great means you have a bodhicitta in your mind, then you can think all mother thinking beings. If you can think all mother thinking beings, that is great, right? If you have a small car, you can take only one person or two or three, four, that's all. If you have a big car, then you can take lots of people. Similar like that, in your mind have a bodhicitta, then you can help lots of people. If your mind has no bodhicitta, then you can help by only yourself currently, but you cannot help real help. You cannot help by yourself too, without bodhicitta. Okay. So here says, if you have no bodhicitta, if you think you are Mahayana practitioners, this is just your daydream. So you have the bodhicitta first. You have bodhicitta, then if you don't think you are Mahayana practitioners, but you are Mahayana practitioners. If you have no bodhicitta, you think you are Mahayana practitioners, but not real. They say that. So it's sweet, right? It is. Then you have bodhicitta. It's similar. Or this morning I a little bit talking about that. If you have bodhicitta, you have nothing other else. You are rich. You have bodhicitta. You have no money, but you are billionaire, millionaire. So that means. Usually, once often I told that we need money. Honestly, we need money. If I say we don't need money, that is not true. I can say easily, but it's not true. We have no money. We have no food. We have no food, then we have no body. We have no body, then we have no life in order to. So we need money, but we need the bodhicitta, right? In this world, who are rich, they have bodhicitta and compassion. They can help thousands of people. It's deeply. I deeply appreciate to them, right? So they can establish the school, they can establish the hospitals. The hospitals are very important. People are getting seriously sick, so they help a lot. And then they can make many educated people. Through this way they can help to teach others. So many ways money is important, but only you towards money, you think only money is important, you forget bodhicitta, then your money is just one things, right? Your money is not like in order to use for things. Then it's just a cause of the suffering, because you are worried about that. If you want to keep in your room, you worried somebody's to steal these things, or you have lots of worries. Fires come, maybe it's burn, or some maybe If you want to go somewhere, you want to travel somewhere, you are worried about that. If you want to put in something, you want to pay tax, right? Tax. So that's where then lots of worry about that. You have bodhicitta, oh, use for that, use for this, use for that. Then you, through this way, you can accumulate lots of merits. In order to you have many merits. So we don't follow only one direction. Keep balance. You need money, and then don't too much desire with money. Too much desire with money doesn't work. You have bodhicitta and money, and then your money is really money. If you have no bodhicitta, your money is just a paper, right? So through this way, we keep balance. And here's this instruction say, if you have no money, you have bodhicitta, no problem. You are happy. Your life is happy life. Okay? If you have bodhicitta, then one thing is, for example, here, among their, what do you feel? You learn right now, you can learn. Among here, I pick up one student. This I make careful with these students. I do very special with one student. The other students, I don't care. If I do that, what do you feel? Actually, where comes from this action? This action comes from attachment, not comes from the bodhicitta, right? So I can make one person happy, but other people are suffering, unhappy, anger or something, right? So here says, if you have bodhicitta, you can make equal, male or female, equal, old or young, equal. So equally give, teach, equally take care. So everybody can make happy. If I cannot make happy from the skill of my teachings, I can make happy through the bodhicitta. Here says like that. Same thing, you have bodhicitta, then you're coming down motivation of the equality. You have coming equality, then you are always, then you have no more chance to upside. So bodhicitta makes lots of equal. You and I, without bodhicitta, what think? Oh, you and I am important. We are equal. The next what thinking? We are equal and I am important. You and I equal. Why I want to work extra? I don't want to work. Thinking like that, this is very less bodhicitta. If you have bodhicitta, we are equal. So you need happiness. So I want to give happiness to you. I will try to make happy for you. This is comes from the quality of bodhicitta, right? When you are happy, then you think, oh, this is the come from my bodhicitta. When you are unhappy, you will want to think bodhicitta. Oh, if other people get kind of these situations, then how? That's where I really need to learn from my suffering, my situation, and I want to help others. Right? So whenever you're thinking about the bodhicitta, first you think on the bodhicitta, second you practice on the bodhicitta, third you get the result of the bodhicitta, okay? If you need the excellent bodhicitta, then what do you think? You always think others. So when you're thinking others, is perhaps you think how I can think each and everyone. Maybe you think like that. That is true. Your thinking is right. You can think, but sometimes you don't worry if you cannot think each and everyone. Okay. When you are take rice in your bowl, you don't want to think. You don't need to know each and every single rice, right? You just eat this, then it's full your stomach. That's fine. Same like that. All mother sentient beings. You think all mother sentient beings. That moment your feeling is in order to towards others. Your feeling is towards others is for welfare. Them will be there happy. So. And then you practice on the bodhicitta, then your enemy and your friends, you can make equal. So you have one enemy, it's too much, too many. If you have 100 friends, this is not too many, right? We need a lot of friends. We don't need the enemies. One enemy, we have one enemy, then that is makes a lot of us suffer with our mind. That's where if you want to conquer your enemy, best things you make a friend with that person. If you want to make friends through the money, one day you give, 2 times give, third, then slowly one day your money is finished, then friend is finished maybe. So your best things is you make a bodhicitta. You use your own bodhicitta and teach and share your bodhicitta with that person. Then slowly that his or her mind is changed. Then you both have the bodhicitta. Then you are 24/7 become friends, and then happy and joy. So if you want to conquer your enemy, best weapon is your bodhicitta. Okay, really. If you try to conquer your enemy with a weapon, then your enemy has a friend, family, country, right? Power. Then they all become your enemy. Then they against with you. Then they challenge with you. If they challenge with you, then your one enemy multiply 100 enemies. Then it is like a magic. Then it's so difficult. Then you cannot conquer each and every one. One day they challenge to you, conquered to you. But you make, first you have one enemy. You use your bodhicitta. Through this way you make friends with them. And through this way then he has or she has a friend, brothers, sisters, relatives. Then one by one, you have 100 friends through your enemy, one enemy. And then your enemies become very, very good friends with you. So you use the what is called the bodhicitta. If you want to negotiation with your friend, or so you use the bodhicitta. The bodhicitta is like a nectar. The nectar is such a blessing things. It's removed your thirsty. It's removed your disease. It makes lots of the healthy your body and bless a lot of your body and life. Same like that. Your bodhicitta is so important. So I talking about the so many repeat on the bodhicitta. Perhaps. It is possible too much, but let you keep in your mind, okay? About the how to practice is so easy. Perhaps you think, oh, today I go to his teaching because he will teach us the bodhicitta. You are so excited to come here. Then your teacher repeat again what you know. If you have this experience, I totally rejoice. Because you already know bodhicitta. So only the problem is you did not try to improve that. So for the sake of coming here today, for improving your bodhicitta. Okay? And then this is very new teaching for you. It's first teach about the bodhicitta and something. Then also I rejoice. Let you practice it. Let you follow there. I don't tell you you are follow the Buddhism, but let you follow the bodhicitta. So bodhicitta is necessary. Who says bodhicitta is no need? Maybe that person have no need to go to the mental hospital. Really? Otherwise, this is the religious or non-religious or Buddhist or non-Buddhist. It's need, right? If I punch your skin 1 second like that, you say, "Ow," something. That means I destroy to your body. So bodhicitta say, don't do like that. Bodhicitta say, try to help others. If you really cannot help others, but you don't destroy. Make sense? If you have no two arms, you are in the water, big river. Sorry, you are the outside of this river. One person, this river took the one person. But there's no protectors. You have no two arms. Right? You have no protector. You have no way to protect that life. But you have motivation. You have the motivation to protect this person, and you can speak, call to someone. At least the nearby you has anyone there, but you can chanting something for his ear, right? Through your good motivation, right? May you will be, or you don't be scared. Right now you visualize some guru, Yidam, Buddha, or he has different religious like a gods. We give it like that. You have bodhicitta like that. If you have no bodhicitta, you have two arms, maybe one baby or one person in the nearby the river, then you pushed in the river. But you have bodhicitta in your mind, then you do not push that person in the river. You did not put in the river. So that, which means if you can help others, you do it. If you cannot help others, you don't destroy. That is the responsibility of the bodhisattvas. Okay? Yeah, that's all. Talking about the bodhicitta or bodhicitta. If you are okay to say bodhicitta, tell no what I heard is like a bodhicitta, then I just follow bodhicitta. But it's usually just I make a little bit clear about these things today. But it's your choice. Whatever you have more comfortable or which you already used, you have freedom. And so then a little bit may I talk about the compassion in 5 minutes. Then we take a tea break. So compassion is already I give, but someone come a moment ago. So the compassion means may living being we start from here. Living beings who suffering, may they will be separate from suffering. That is the compassion, right? For example, if you are going to the hospital, someone in the hospital, then you motivate, may this person recovered from this sickness, right? And then if you can help something, you do it. and you cannot do from your motivate, may he or she as soon as recovered from these situations. Then you see on the sometimes these cows on the ground, the sun is so strong, there's no water. You cannot take all the cows in the water. You cannot feed the waters for them, right? There's thousands of cows. But from your motivate, may as soon as they will get water. This is compassion, right? When you go into the town, you see somebody has no leg. May this person get legs as soon as, right? Someone just lie down on the street, they have no house and something, then may these people will get a house as soon as. This is your compassion. And you are going to the school, your some classmates are they have not intelligent, so they don't know English. If they learn English, then you motivate. May my classmate this so as understood well the English language or any kind of knowledge what they learn, right? So through this way, and then during the practice, the sanghas. Someone have no knowledge, may they have the Dharma knowledge. Those things are compassion, because from there your motivation is they separate from some problems, right? They separate some problem, and then you have this compassion. Then this compassion is more strong, and the getting power with this compassion. And then you see the people at the same time you can act. Then you after you act with these suggestions, act means for helping. Then you are not regret. Something happened like that. So this is the compassion, how to action or how to practice with the compassion. And then now our responsibility is, if we can make one person compassionate, if we can make one person bodhisattva, let us do it, right? For the sake of our community, for the sake of our country, for the sake of our world, right? For the sake of the all life. Right now, if we don't use the our, then maybe it's perhaps hard to come up compassion. But the best thing is for the sake of Mother Sentient beings. If we can make one person compassionate, then that person make another person compassionate, and then next person, especially for the next generations. The next generations are what they will become in our hands. Okay, we really need to think. These next generations need the peace and harmony and happy life. So the best things is compassion and loving kindness. Compassion and loving kindness makes they are happy. For example, Buddha teach compassion and loving kindness 2,500 years ago. Right now we are learning through this way, so then we get benefit. Then we know the value of compassion, value of loving kindness, and then we practice on there with the friends, with the community, or with the organized, or with the people, right? So that's where everybody think on that. But we when I talking about we want to make bodhisattvas, we want to make compassionate. That means not for the try to make they are Buddhist. Okay. So for the sake of family, I already this morning take example. One family have 3 people. Among them, one person is compassionate. Then that family is very kind of soft, very what is called is peace, harmony, right? So first do on self, be compassionate, and bodhisattva, and then that next try to do other people, and very important. And then we all have wish to be Buddha, so the best way to be Buddha is bodhicitta. So everybody keep in the mind this true. So we have 2 purposes. One is for this life. This life we need happiness and harmony and joy. So this is the best way is bodhicitta and compassion. And the next life we don't want to suffer again. So we want to achieve the enlightenment. So that's where the best way is bodhicitta and compassion, right? Okay. Yeah, this is that's all. Thank you so much for coming. I'm so happy. Thank you. Oh, this yellow book. Sorry. I already have planned to meditate on there, on the bodhicitta. So, but right now it's time is come to tea break. I talk a lot, so maybe we are doing the meditation class. And then we are meditate on the bodhicitta and the compassion, okay? And then here, page number 16. Your 1,000 arms are 1,000 Chakravati kings. Your 1,000 eyes are the 1,000 Buddhas of this fortunate area. I prostrate to the Venerable Chinreze, who shows whatever is needed, subdue those to be subdued. Om Mane Be Me Om Om Mane Be Me Through this virtue may I sweetly attain the state of unceasing, and thus establish all sentient beings without exception in that glorious state of unceasing. Thank you so much.